Hi friends, it's Fumblin, and we're finally here with a tier list, highly recommended, highly requested video. I think I know where people are kind of at on the tier list right now in the meta. We've been playing the game for about a week and a half. We might get a patch soon, so I wanted to drop this before then and see what my early impressions are and show you all. So let's get started. We're just going to go along the list here, starting with Spongebob. Spongebob, I think, is a very good character. I have them right now at S tier. So Spongebob has very good light attacks that he's just kind of your all-rounder. What I describe him as, I say, he is your all-rounder that has basically everything you need. He's not, you know, a one-trick pony, jack of all trades. No, he's just got a little bit of everything and it's all really good. All of his lights combo into each other really well. His lights can combo into strong attacks, very good, strong, disjointed attacks. And his specials are pretty good. You got the downbeat to stall, you got the bubble for a projectile, which you can catch because it moves slow, you can dash attack into it. He's got just a little bit of everything, and honestly, I think he might have the best recovery in the game. His spatula hitbox goes above him, and it's really hard to hit that at all. So one of the best characters in the game, honestly. I would place him up there in the S tier right now. And let's go ahead and get the elephant out of the room here. Address the elephant in the room, that's what I should say. Patrick Star. We are putting Patrick Star in C tier, the slimy tier. Just they're slimy. They're just not good enough, you know. I didn't really explain the tiers. They have silly names. He's not that good. His recovery is probably the worst in the game. Super long startup, can only angle in certain directions. Just doesn't really have a lot. I think their strong attacks are pretty good. Up tilt's not bad. But in general, they kind of struggle to combo. They kind of struggle to rack up damage. They honestly even struggle to kill sometimes because outside of like spamming Nair strong, you don't really have much. And they do have the comeback mechanic with the hug, but it's not really something you can combo into. It's something that's really difficult to hit in a neutral situation. So I do have him at the lower tiers right now. So we're going to go ahead and move on. I think that one's a little self-explanatory. A lot of people put them at the low tier. And we're going to throw Sandy in now. Sandy is sitting at one of the school bullies, A tier. So Sandy's jab is the neutral light on the ground is very, very good. It's actually like perfect shield pressure. You can't punish it even if you perfect parry it. I'm pretty sure you can't, because she can just rapid jab, and you just can't do anything about it. And at any point she can grab you, or she could use like 3 or 4 in your shield. Her shield pressure is insane. She also has really good air strongs. They kill stupid early, stupid early. And she can combo out of her lasso, which, I mean, it's a command grab. It's not amazing, but when it hits, you feel it. Sandy can definitely kill you and combo you off the top super early. Very good character, but she's not S tier because I think she does struggle a bit in neutral, and she's a bit slower on her kill moves, and she doesn't reliably combo into kill moves unless you hit a lasso. So she's kind of, she does a little bit of everything, but nothing super well. I don't think she's really fast enough to be an S tier. You're gonna see a lot of the neutral deleters are very fast characters. Except for one, which I can explain. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on to Aang. And Aang, I think, is S tier and better than Spongebob. Aang is amazing. Aang pretty much deletes neutral. Aang is the reason why I called this tier neutral deleters. Aang pretty much just nairs and nairs and nairs. And it's disjointed. It has like no lag. You can spam it over and over again. It combos into itself. It combos from up throw. It makes breakfast, it does your homework, it does everything. It does everything. But even outside of Aang's Nair, Aang has a very good recovery that snaps to ledge very easily. Airball gives him the fastest movement speed in the game by a long shot. And honestly, like all the lights, all the strongs, they're a little short range, but they're very quick. And the strongs are way more powerful than you would expect from a character this fast. So realistically, I don't think there's really any downsides of Aang. And those are kind of the characters you're going to put in S tier. So let's go ahead and move on. We're going to see Toph. Now Toph, a lot of people are telling me Toph is really bad. I'm putting Toph at A tier. above Sandy. This one I might have to explain a little bit, but Toph can stall a game very easily, and she does it while throwing projectiles at her opponent. And there's not really anything that you can do about it if you're the opponent. She doesn't stall forever. She stalls for about 10 seconds at a time, and then she's forced to hit the ground. But she can hit the ground with a projectile following her, so it's really easy to touch the ground. And then she can go right back up in the air, and she can stall a game for a long time. And then when she finally does need to hit the ground, her strong attacks on the ground are almost unchallengeable. You actually can't counter them with the rock, paper, scissors of the strongs. Except for up smash, I think, like close range you can, but the rest of them you can't. So she kind of wins on the ground, and in the air she can just camp. So like, it doesn't work amazingly. You could definitely wait it out and then punish her when she has to land on the ground. It's not perfect, but if she gets the lead and she wants to camp you out, she can very easily do so, especially if there's platforms. So honestly, I'm putting Toph to high tier right now. I just don't think that people are going to be doing that in tournament, and if they were, it'd probably be banned. But right now, it's not banned. So Toph is a very good character because of her cheese, and that's kind of it. That's why she's not like S tier or anything. So let's go ahead and move on. We got Korra. Korra is the worst character in the game. I think Korra is the worst character in the game. She's not the last C tier we're going to have, but I will say that she is the lowest C tier. Her hitboxes are very small, not disjointed. She really cannot up tilt combo like anyone else in the game, because her up tilt does not really send like very high above her, and her up air is really slow. So like her combo game is really weak. She does have a really good dare for comboing, the light dare for comboing, because it has like the zero gravity thing. But the issue is she doesn't really have anything to combo into it, and that's kind of the issue. You can do up throw into it, but they have to not DI it. If they DI it out, she doesn't really get a combo. Her combo game is horrible. Her kill power is good, but she's got really short range and a lot of lag. So, you know, she's not even a super heavyweight or anything. She just kind of doesn't do anything better than anyone else. So I'm putting her low tier right now. I hope we see some good Korras to prove me wrong, but there's not a lot she can do in the meta, I don't think. So Lincoln Loud, I get asked about Lincoln Loud a lot. I don't know if it's because people don't know much about Lincoln Loud. I don't know if it's because I'm a Lucy Loud main and people think I just know everything about the Loud House characters. I don't. But I will say, from what I can tell, I haven't really fought any Lincolns, so this is definitely with a grain of salt, but from what I can tell, they're a pretty solid B tier. They don't have the sauce. Where is the sauce? We don't know. But they aren't bad, because even though they're very short range character, they have a lot of everything they have is disjointed. Like everything they have is disjointed, even if it's short range. Other than that, like the hitbox don't last very long, but you know, they get the job done. Up tilt, send up, down tilt, send down, or lights, excuse me. If I say tilts, I mean lights. You know, he's just kind of an all-around character, but doesn't really do anything special. Decent projectile, decent disjoints, decent kill power, decent recovery. I just don't see Lincoln doing anything that's special, but that doesn't mean that they're bad. I don't think they're bad. They are definitely like a mid B tier character. Alright, so we're going over now to Lucy Loud. I get asked this one definitely the most because I am a Lucy Loud main. I am putting her in the S tier above Spongebob. I have her in the middle of S tier. I think she's a fantastic character. She moves very, very fast across the stage with the instantaneous teleports. It's actually really crazy how good her movement is in this game. Her lights are amazing. Her slowest light comes out frame 5. All of her lights come out frame 5 except for one comes out frame 4. That's her light up air. But every other neutral she has comes out frame 5, which is insane. Her teleport moves her like frame 6. She's a ridiculous character. Her kill power is not amazing, but she does have really nice confirms. Vampire mode gives you extra jump height, so you can actually do down light into full hop up strong in the air, and that's a really good combo confirm. It works at kill percent on every character in the game. It's not a really hard confirm to hit, and you have a couple down special vampire coffin confirms, like down throw, neutral throw can work too if you prefer that. Dash attack at the ledge, bite. Like you have a lot of things that combo to that. They're kind of hard, but you do have that. but she does have relatively consistent confirms that kill pretty early. And edge guarding is ridiculous with her. Her edge guards are awesome. You can do down throw and you can teleport down air, and they're just dead at 0. So like she does have a lot of really good stuff, and landing the bites to get into vampire mode is not hard. I don't really recommend going to ghost mode that much, but it can be good at like a last resort high % kill, because you do get increased knockback in ghost mode. But I think she does struggle. The reason why she's not like higher than Aang is because her hitboxes don't really cover all around her. She does have to be precise with them. They don't last very long. They're not huge. They're not really disjointed either, but they are really fast and they do combo really well. They don't really combo. Like, her nair doesn't really combo into itself or anything that well. That's one of the reasons that she's not, like, above Aang. Because Aang can just straight up throw nair, 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 and it's so good. But she does have better mix-ups in movement than probably anyone else in the game. So that's why she's very good. She can delete neutral. That's why she's in this tier. She can delete neutral. Alright, Leonardo. Leonardo's a very good character. If y'all seen some Thunder Rain's gameplay, very, very good character. S tier, above Spongebob, Lucy, and Aang. I think Leonardo is the second best character in the game. The reason is Leonardo has very consistent edge guards. Very, very consistent edge guards with downlight. Very good juggles with the up lights, and the light nair and the light neutral on the ground kill, and they kill pretty early. And he's just got so many disjoints. His disjoints are crazy. He's actually a very heavy character. I think he's like 5th or 6th heaviest character. So he doesn't die very easily either. His recovery is not great, but it's definitely like average, which is not bad. It's definitely a not bad recovery. And you can mix it up. He's got pretty good air drift out of it too. And he can momentum cancel with his down special in the air too. It also helps him get a lot of spaces down special on the ground. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of... You're going to have a hard time in neutral against Leonardo. That's why he is definitely the neutral leader of the game. He just deletes it. You just can't get in on him. Forward throw, neutral air is a very good combo. It kills at like 80. It's free as hell on every character in the game. But yeah, he doesn't die. He doesn't die. He has crazy disjoints, crazy combos, and good kill confirms. And probably the most consistent edge guarding in the game. He is an amazing character. And if you noticed, I did not have my SS tier named because I wanted to wait until we got to him. And if you're keeping track of who's after Leonardo, you're gonna know by now, but he is the Chad Nair Enjoyer. Ladies and gentlemen, the best character in the game, banned from Super Smash Con. Michelangelo. Michelangelo is 100% broken. 100% broken. I knew this kind of coming into the game. Once it was launched, I already had the game in beta. Once it was launched, I knew, oh my god. Like, day one, I knew Mikey was going to be really fucking good. And now we finally are getting Mikey's in tournament showing it off. Mikey is a bannable character. And honestly, I'm not even going to get into the rest of his moves. All I really need to talk about is his nair. I'm genuinely serious. The only thing that matters, the only reason why he's broken tier is his nair. He's got good moves. I'm not gonna like completely say that he's trash, otherwise he's not. He'd probably be A or S tier if his nair wasn't broken. He's a good character. But I don't need to talk about any of that. All we have to talk about is nair. So nair combos into itself, and then it combos from up throw as well on the ground. So you can do up throw into nair, and a combo into itself until they reach the ground, because it sends them down at like a slow trajectory. So you could do up throw, nair, nair, and then you re-grab, and you could do it again, and it works till 999 because I think it's set knockback. If it's not set knockback, it's pretty consistent knockback at low percents. And you can just do up throw nair combos until they go to the edge of the stage, and then you do nair nair, and then you jump off stage and do 3 nairs, and they're dead. 0 to death, anyone on the stage, on every stage, against every character. If he grabs you or if he hits nair, you lose. And I'm pretty sure nair is safe on shield, or if it's not completely safe, it's very safe. It's a very long range move. So imagine Bayonetta from Smash 4, but if she hits you with any move, you die, instead of just like up B or a counter. That's how this feels. Like, like I said, he's banned from Super Smash Con for a reason. It's not okay how good he is. And I think that's been proven as of recent. So we have April O'Neil now. April's a very good character. I'm going to put her at the high end of A tier, not quite B tier, because there's some really good solid B tier characters you're going to see. April's a very, very strong character. Super fast lights. I think they're probably all frame 5 or so. Dare covers both sides, and just one where she crosses her legs down. Covers both sides, spikes really easily. She can kill anybody at 0% if she hits it. Her recovery's good, although it doesn't have a hitbox, and its startup is a little slow. So her recovery's not the best if she has to recover from really low. But she has a lot of mix-ups with it, so it's not bad. It's not bad. But mostly, her neutral game is really, really good with her insane lights. Her power and her range on some of her strongs are very difficult to contest. And of course, she has her like little camera that she places, which can be really annoying because you can't run through it. You have to deal with it. And it gives her her ratings really fast. Yeah, if she does land, I don't think she can really combo into it that well. She can kind of tech chase, jab reset into her neutral special, but if she hits you with that, it's doing 60%, it's probably killing you. So she's just a really strong all-around character who kind of focuses on the lights in neutral game. Very good character. I recommend trying her out if you haven't yet. She might really click with any of y'all out there. A lot of players could probably click with her just because she's got a little bit of everything. And now we're going to have to do Ren and Stimpy, which, again, I do think is A tier. We've seen a lot of good Ren and Stimpys in brackets recently, if you've been paying attention. I think he's a little above Sandy's. I'm going to put him above Sandy. His down air, his down light is crazy huge. Crazy huge. That hitbox is massive. It kills at 80. It's kind of ridiculous how good that move is. And a lot of the hitboxes hit both sides, so you don't really have cross-up opportunity when you're fighting against Ren and Stimpy, which is a big problem. Characters that have nairs and other attacks that hit both sides are generally really good in this game, because shield is pretty good, and the speed of the character is really fast, so you can't really tell which side they're going to be on. So if you have a move that could just hit both sides, you don't have to worry about it at all. A projectile, even though it's not good, it's okay, and you can use it to recover with the wave bouncing, and you keep a lot of your momentum. So it's pretty good for that. But in general, all I'm going to say is this character is just really, really decent with how big their hitboxes are and their kill power and their heavy weight. And being able to hit both sides is just really strong. So we're going to speed up a little bit here. We do have Powder Toastman, which is our last C tier character, but I do think he sits above the rest in that slimy tier. He's a bit slimy, but he's not bad. He's not horrible. You can definitely use him. If you're a Wave Shine God coming from Melee, I think you could play PTM and maybe bump him up in the tier list. We just don't have a lot of people doing that. So right now, in the meta, I don't think he's crazy. I do think that his Shine is really, really good, but it's just really hard to land because the hitbox is so tiny. But he does have combos out of it that are consistent. Not just the Nair. The Nair is inconsistent, but he also has down strong out of the Wave Shine, which is really good. His recovery goes really far, but you can't angle it. It has no hitbox, and it's pretty easy to just grab ledge or dare it. It's just pretty awful. It's one of the worst recoveries in the game. It's not the best recovery out of the C tiers. That would probably be Korra's. But his on-stage presence is really good, and he can start a combo in 2 frames, and that's not to be understated how good that can be. I'm pretty much putting him here because he's a heavyweight with strong hitting attacks, and he's also got a really good up light. Super good. The salute is super good for comboing. So, I mean, his combo game is okay. His shine is really good. Get off me tool, really good for comboing, but that's kind of all he's got. So he's not any better than C tier. Zim. I've seen some people putting Zim at the higher tiers. I secondary Zim right now, and I'm putting Zim at a pretty low B tier. Zim has a couple really good moves, like the light neutral air is fantastic. Doesn't really, it combos into itself a little bit, but not that well. The projectiles are, the gnome is not that good. I'm gonna be honest, the gnome is not that good. You can actually air strong it to make the gnome yours if you're the enemy, so that it becomes a hitbox against Zim. So it's kind of bad to use in a neutral situation. You really kind of want to use it as like an edge guarding tool, a ledge trapping tool, and that's kind of it. You can combo off of it, but it's pretty hard. But Gur, the neutral special, is incredibly good. It is the best projectile in the game. It carries Zim out of the slimy tier. But Zim just does not have enough sauce. Zim's lights are relatively fast, but a lot of them are pretty hard to hit. They don't have the best hitboxes, except for the neutral light in the air, of course. It's really, really good, but that's about all. The strong nair is really good as well. Disjointed, pretty strong. Also, fun fact, if you did not know, Zim's neutral strong and neutral and up strong only in the air. The counter hitbox for the rock, paper, scissors, or strongs comes out frame 1. And that's specifically important for the nair because if they're trying to up strong you, frame 1 you can counter it with neutral air strong. So that's actually not bad. You could spam that with Zim. But yeah, they have a couple really good moves, and Gur is a very good projectile that is difficult to deal with and that you have pretty much full control over. You can Z-drop Gur to make it drop faster, to throw it faster with no animation. So if you didn't know that and you play Zim, try Z-dropping Gur, it's really good. And it's also something that if you expect it to hit, you can combo out of it, which is nice to do. And then we're gonna have Catdog. Catdog is at the high end of A tier. I think Catdog's combos are really strong, but the whole 0 to death, up air, up strong is not really true. If you catch somebody without a jump, it can be really freaking good, especially if you're in dog and you have the big hitbox, but it's not something that's carrying Catdog really. But Catdog in general has really good lights that cover a lot of space, and the strongs are very strong. Also, 2 different projectiles that are both really good for different reasons. So definitely something to mix up with that. Mix up your opponent on the projectiles and you could find some success in that. The recovery is not great, but it's really hard as the opponent to edgeguard Catdog because the fist hitbox from the up special extends so far. If you have a disjointed spike, you can hit it pretty easily. But otherwise, you're sitting there and you're probably going to trade with it. If you trade with it, Catdog gets back for free. So the recovery is definitely average, if not above average. There's nothing really bad about Catdog, I would say. Except for, I guess, their hurt box is kind of big. But their nair and their nair strongs both hit both sides and combo pretty well. The nair combos into each other. So, yeah, Catdog just in general has pretty good lights and very powerful strongs with good projectiles. Solid A tier. Reptar. Reptar I get asked about a lot as well. Reptar, I am putting a little above Zim. Right in the middle of B tier. I think Reptar has... Well, he is the heaviest character in the game, and that does make the survivability very, very good. However, I think their fastest light attack is like frame 8. I think the dare is frame 8, and which is pretty slow considering the rest of the cast. So the lights aren't that good. They do kill at high percents. The strongs are pretty difficult to hit as well. You really don't see Reptars killing with strongs very often. You see them trying to go for dash attacks. Their light dash attack is really good. It sends them at like a crazy angle off stage. If you hit somebody at 0% at the ledge, they're probably dead to that. Unless they have an insane recovery like, I don't know, April's or something. But yeah, Reptar has a couple really good things. Their down special is amazing for tech chasing and does 30%. They rack up damage like crazy, and they live forever. And their up special comes out frame 3. It's a very good defensive option, and it's a pretty solid recovery. So what makes Reptar B is their size, and the fact they don't really have any combos. Their combos are very limited. So they do rack up damage really easily with their raw moves, but actually getting long strings of combos is something you don't really see much with Reptar. And on the vice versa, on the other side of things, he's getting comboed like so easily. He's huge, he's heavy, people can combo him. Like, yeah, he lives to 200, but you're probably that's like 3 combos. You know, and if you're playing somebody with a really good dare spike, they can just throw him off stage and kill him so easily. So Reptar is a very versatile character. Not versatile, what's the word I'm looking for? Well, I mean, yeah, a versatile, like, he has versatile matchups, is what I should say. So he definitely struggles a bit fighting against some of the faster characters. And then, this is probably my biggest hot take of the tier list with Nigel Thornberry. I don't know what other people think of Nigel Thornberry, but I recently just fought a really good Nigel Thornberry, and I'm probably going to put up a clip of that at some point in this video when I'm talking about him. But he's S tier. Nigel is at the bottom of S tier, but Nigel Thornberry is S tier character. And I think it's because their light attacks are huge, and they combo well. Down air is really good for getting out of the air and spiking too in some scenarios, and recovery. If you've not tried Nigel's down air for recovery, it actually keeps a lot of momentum and it's really good. But the up air, people don't realize how good his light up air is. His light up air combos into itself until like 60%, and then he can end it depending on the DI with either a snap or with up strong. And if he has a platform to extend it, you're dead. You are dead. If you're a light character on Final Destination and you don't have any platform, you are still dead because the ceiling on that stage is really small. So Nigel has very consistent kill options. Down light on the ground, up light on the ground, up light in the air. Dash attack is really good. You can wave slime with the dash attack, which is the word I use for chaining dash attacks together. It's really good on Nigel. It sends him off stage really well. The recovery isn't the best, but I think that up special is good for edge guarding, kind of like Reptar. I didn't talk about that, but yeah, the recovery is not the best, but you do have the worm. The worm is a really good momentum canceling ability to get back to stage horizontally. If you're fighting against Nigel and he's recovering horizontally, he's probably getting back to stage. His recovery is not as bad as people think. It just has the weakness of it doesn't go that high. He's also big, which does mean he gets comboed pretty hard, but I don't know what frame the worm comes out on. It might be frame 1, but he gets out of combos the easiest of the game. Even though he's heavy, he has like nearly instant invulnerability whenever he wants in any direction he wants. And that's not to be understated. If he lands any attack, he can probably land a snap into it and kill you at 90. And he lives forever. He's a heavyweight. He's like second or third heaviest character in the game. So do not underestimate Nigel. You might think this is weird for the time frame that I'm releasing this tier list, but I promise you, Nigel is a good character. I think Nigel is a very good character. If he's not S tier, he's definitely A tier, 100%. And then we have Helga. We're putting Helga at the top of B tier. I think Helga has potentially the best projectile in the game. Gur is most likely the best projectile in the game, but Helga is very good for pressure, and she can angle it, which is pretty good. It's a little laggy, but if she hits it, she combos into a very strong attack. Her lights are very powerful. They can kill pretty easily, and her combo game isn't bad. Her up air is pretty good. Her down air is kind of hard to hit, but she can do the down air spikes off stage. Her recovery is okay. The best part about her recovery is that you can mix up the timing because you can charge your punch. And if they challenge it and they miss, like that punch can kill somebody at 100. So her recovery is actually not too bad. But really, the main thing you're going to see from Helga is zoning with projectiles, forcing them to get close, and then zoning them out with the very powerful neutral lights and neutral strongs. So I don't think she's too bad. I really think she has potential. She's just not really in the meta right now. I've not seen a lot of them. And we have another bully here. Danny Phantom is a bully. He bullies you in neutral. He bullies you off stage. His moves all come out like frame 4 or frame 5. His lights are crazy fast and they all combo into each other. His dash attack is a crazy good move. Sends at a crazy angle off stage. His recovery, if he's forced to up B, is not great. But if you sweet spot it, I don't think that you can 2-frame it. If you're coming from Ultimate or Smash 4, I don't think you can 2-frame it. So once he hits that ledge, he's like invulnerable immediately. I think. I have not checked that. But I have a Danny friend who I just can't edge guard. Also, the up strong in the air, if you have any momentum moving forward and you do it, the up strong loops you and it stalls you in the air really well, and you keep that forward momentum. So his recovery horizontally is actually really not bad. Plus he has a down strong, which is incredibly good for movement. It ledge cancels, it goes super far, it spikes, it grabs ledge, it does everything. It's a really good move. His strong attacks are awesome in the air, and his light attacks are stupid fast. The major downsides is his grounded strong aren't amazing, but you can combo them from smack dash attacks. And his dash attacks aren't bad either. And I would say his recovery is a weakness, but it's not impossible. It's not as bad as you might think it is if you're viewing this. So yeah, I think Danny is probably my middle of the tier character. He is like the mid-tier character. I think he's the most balanced character in the game, probably. And we have the last character on the list right now, Oblina. I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting for Oblina. Oblina's a pretty popular character. We are putting her in S tier above Nigel. Nigel is barely S tier right now for me. Could be top of A, barely S tier. I'm going to put Nigel. But we're done with Nigel. Let's talk about Oblina. Oblina is the smallest character in the game. So very difficult to hit. Is not the lightest character in the game. For those of you who don't know, Oblina is not the lightest character in the game. She does have some survivability, and her strongs are very strong. And her down air, her light down air, is kind of the reason why I'm putting her so high. Her light down air does not end. The hitbox does not have an end. It actually lasts from frame 5. It lasts 18 frames all the way to frame 23. Her dare is broken. So she's a very good character, partially due to that, but also her speed on the ground, her speed in her light attacks. Her strongs are pretty fast. You can combo into her strongs pretty easily. Her up air juggles are good. Her down air juggles are like arguably best in the game. Very, very good. And her specials are pretty good. Her side special can cancel momentum and bring her back to stage. It's not bad. I think you can even combo out of it. I'm not sure. Oblina lanes, let me know. That's not her side special. That's her down special. Her neutral special / side special is her projectile, which is a very good projectile. You can combo from it. The sludge projectile, you can combo from it. And if you don't have the sludge, you get the trash, which isn't bad. It's slow moving. You can run up to it and pressure with it. It's not bad. So one of the best projectiles in the game in general. But yeah, like the short hop, fast fall nairs and dares are just insane with this character. Until they fix her down air hitbox, I'm keeping her S tier. But I do think that, you know, she's got the up air juggles and down air juggles, which are really important in this game. Recovery is not great. You do have to look out for this weird momentum glitch. If you get spiked and you try to up special with Oblina or some other characters, you lose all of your momentum and you end up just dying, like falling to your death. So her recovery is actually not great, I'm gonna say. Not in this patch until they fix that. But still a very good character. And yeah, I think that's all I have to really say about the tier list. I know this is a bit of a long video, but I've been really being asked about tiers for a long time. And I'm gonna have in the description, not in the description, but we're gonna have on the bar, on the red bar, I'm sure you've seen it already, sections for when I talk about each character. I talk about each character for about a minute or two, so yeah, I think that's about fair to do. This is my first tier list. I wanted to make it pretty in-depth of what I think. So I hope you all enjoyed. I hope it wasn't too long. I hope the explanations really help you all. I know how I feel about this, and I hope you can kind of form your own opinions off of this. And yeah, I appreciate you all watching. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you, bye!